welcome to Learn Soul. My name is Victoria, and for today's reading, we are doing something you don't get enough credit for until now, until today. How about we just compliment you on something that you are, right? Sometimes we all just need a little pick-me-up. So for today, we have two pals as usual. We have the bright yellow silky scrunchie, and for pal 2 we have the pink with yellow and orange. Okay, so you can go ahead and choose which pal you want while I quickly say thank you to all of my new subscribers, returning subscribers, and if this is your first time here, hello. I do hope that you consider joining my little tribe over here. We growing slowly but surely. All are welcome. So yeah, if you do need a little bit more time, you can go ahead and pause it right here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on pile 1. You chose the yellow, sunny, green, not sea green, Jesus, the yellow scrunchie, the hail. I'm going to be using my Muse deck for for both readings today. Please, if you do enjoy this reading, please go ahead and leave a like, possibly a comment, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Trying to grow my little community over here. We growing slowly but surely. So, and like I always say, don't think too hard about any one thing. Just vibe, woosah. This is just about you and the credit that you do not receive, which you should, as we all should, at least once a week, twice a week. No, the same amount of times you brush your teeth a week is the amount of times that you should be getting credit for something. Because I know a lot of people who don't brush their teeth. Okay. What is something my pile ones don't get enough credit for until today? What do my pile ones not get enough credit for? So sorry about all that slapping down the cards that I do. I don't know, it's a habit. It really is. I didn't notice it until I go back and I'm trying to edit these damn videos and all I hear is click. Sorry. I was trying to explain what I was talking about. So I do that a lot. I don't know why. I didn't notice it until after. I was like, damn, I be doing it hard. It's like I have nails, but the cards are my nails. Ridiculous. So yeah, sorry about your ears. Sorry about your ears. Last one. All right, 3 cards. First card we have 7 of Inspiration, which is the 7 of Wands. The High Priestess. I love that card. I love that card. And the Page of Voices, which is the Page of Swords. Something you don't get enough credit for. Back of the deck, we have the 5 of Voices, which is the 5 of Swords. All right. I feel like your stamina, your resistance to give up when you've had plenty of reasons to. You have this like grit to you where it's like people, I feel like people look at you as like I don't want to make it sound like it's like a manly vibe, but it's like you're like a warrior. Like you do not give up. You do not, no matter how many times they have tried, people have tried, events have tried, just no matter what, you're always getting back up. You still have that perseverance to keep going. Even though you may be tired as hell. Tired as hell. You don't give up. You keep going. People feel like you may have like this calling or something. Or like it's like you just kind of have this innate knowing of things. Like you may be able to read people very good. And I feel like there's some people who don't like that. But I think it's mostly the people who want to come around and try to double cross you or try to do something, try to gain some type of take something from you, gain something from you, step on you so they can reach higher. But because you have this innate knowing, whether it's spiritually or just from being street smart, book smart, they just can't get over you. And then the craziest thing about it is that they don't even know that they're the reason as to why you're so smart or you're so able to read other people. They're the cause of it. They are the cause of it. And now they don't like you because of it. It's like, what the fuck? I think you don't get enough credit for your ability to just continually, you just keep getting back up. And you don't give up. It's like you're still nice. You're still helpful. And I mean, you know, a lot of people, I feel like nowadays, like when you give people like compliments or something like that, I feel like a lot of people take it as like, yeah, well, I mean, everybody's like that. No. And I don't want you to take what I'm saying right now as like, yeah, well, I mean, everybody's like that. No, they're not. Everybody is not like this. Everybody is not able to be pushed down, be betrayed, be taken advantage of time and time again and still come out as this very loving, still helpful, smart ass, just, they don't come out like that. There are a lot of people who are like that. Yes, I will give you that. But everybody is not like this. And I don't want you to take what I'm saying as, oh, this is, yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of like that. I mean, yeah. No. 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 People may pretend to be like this. There's a difference. People pretend. And I feel like that's the reason why you're so smart now, because you know that people pretend. And you still have that innate knowing of like, no, I'm not going to make them turn me into them. And I feel like people still do this to you. Like people still betray the hell out of you. And then with the Four of Cups at the bottom, I honestly feel like you feel like that. I honestly feel like you think that everybody has maybe gone through what you've gone through. Everybody has done the same things that you have done. And that's where that's what I feel like you don't get enough credit for. You still consider other people good people. And it's like, I feel like you still kind of turn that around on yourself. It's like, it's kind of like, okay, like I had a therapy session yesterday. This is probably TMI, but this is just so I want you to know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I had a therapy session yesterday with obviously my therapist. But so we were like talking about how I kind of like isolate myself from like people or like family members, past family members, because when my mother passed away, the way that they her side of the family kind of treated her, I could not deal with it, and I did not like the way they did when she was alive. And then when she passed away, it's like everybody kind of wanted to be like, oh yeah, you know, hey, like you can come in, how are you doing, and are you okay? And I kind of just took that in as, you weren't doing this to my mom when she was alive. Why are you doing it to me now? And I'm trying to explain it in a way so you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like, you're a good person, but you're kind of still switching it, or like trying to, you're like, what did my therapist say? She's like, you're playing devil's advocate. Like you're recognizing the good in you, but you're also recognizing the bad in you. But you give more recognition to the bad in you. I don't know if that makes sense. I really hope it does. It's like, I feel like, because I feel like you know that you're like this, but because of the fact that I felt the need to say, everybody is not like this, and I don't want you to think like that. With this Four of Cups here, I feel like you may think of the times where you did other people wrong. And you kind of let that overshadow, or let that kind of make you put yourself at the same level of those people, because you've done other people wrong too. But the thing is they did not grow from it. They did not become this priestess. They did not keep feeling as though they can not let themselves get hard because of other people. You did not do that. They did. They made themselves get hard. They became their oppressor in a sense. Because I feel like most people who do bad things, at the end of the day, somebody probably did that to them. And if not, then they just the evil motherfucker. Excuse my language. That's the only way I could put it. But I feel like that's what you're kind of doing. It's like, yeah, you've gotten back up, and yeah, you're this strong person. You're still smart. You're still nice, and you're still this. But I feel like what you're doing is you're kind of being like, I mean, yeah, I got back up, but I still did other people wrong too. So I can't make it seem like I'm so much better than those people. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to put it in a way, or what I want you to give yourself credit for basically is that you didn't let yourself become these people who tried to bring you down. At this point today, you still do not turn around and do what they did to somebody else, is what I'm saying. So don't be like, it's like you're giving yourself a compliment, but at the same time you're taking it away. That's what I feel like this Four of Emotions is. And I feel like you don't get enough credit for that. And the reason why I feel like you don't get enough credit for that is I think that you probably take those, I think you do it to yourself, potentially. You could be doing that to yourself. Like people may, because in the beginning, I'm like, I think people look at you as like this warrior. But I feel like you take that and switch it around to be like, well, I mean, I did do this and I did do that too, and such and such. Yeah, everybody does bad shit in their life. Like everybody's not perfect. Everybody is supposed to learn from the mistakes that they do. These people do not learn. You do. You do not continue that behavior. There's a difference. You learn from it. And I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit for that. Like you're just sitting in this thing of like, yeah, I'm still here, but I mean, I did. Because you see how this person's like, they just stressing themselves out. You don't have to do that. Because I feel like you do it to yourself. Because these two things here, these are two faces. These things are holding you up. I think people give you compliments, but I feel like you take them away. Exactly like what I was doing yesterday in my therapy session. It's like, yeah, you know, like I never left my mom, but I mean, I did treat her bad. And she's like, yeah, but you never left her at the end of the day. They did. And that's what I had to recognize. And when she said that, oh my God, I bawled. But that's kind of like what I'm getting from this. You're not giving yourself enough credit. And that can really hold you. Like, it's keeping you from your true power. Because right under that, we have the awakening. You're not giving yourself enough credit. That's something that you're not getting enough credit for until today. It's you not giving yourself enough credit. Because I feel like people do it to you. I think people think very highly of you. There are people that I believe look up to you. And they may give you compliments, but you may just take them away yourself. It's like you don't feel like you deserve to feel good. And you do. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here. Well, I mean, shit. Yeah, I stand on that. I stand on that. You have to stop taking away you have to give yourself credit. I feel like people give it to you, but you take it right back. Or you try to make it, you be like, somebody will give you a compliment and be like, oh my god, your hair is so pretty. You be like, girl, this is a wig. it's like that. It's like that. I do that. Oh my god, I actually do that to my therapist every time I go in there. She's like, your hair's so pretty. I'm like, girl, it's a wig. But that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Somebody will give you a compliment and then you'll just throw it right back at them. It's like that. I'm gonna leave it right there. That's exactly what I mean. Somebody says your hair is pretty and you will just throw out, girl, this is a wig. Who give a good goddamn? Who cares? Who cares? Just take that compliment. You don't give yourself enough credit. Until today. Damn. About to get me mad. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here for you, my paw ones. I really do hope that this did hit you or get you, or whatever. You caught what I was throwing and it flipped your switch. And if it did, please go ahead and leave a like and a comment saying that you understood what I was saying when I was trying to explain my little story. It took me a little bit. I had to go around a little bit, but I got there. But yeah, leave a comment. And if not, that's okay too. Your presence is just enough for me. And so yeah, leave a like if you liked. If you didn't, you could put a dislike. It lets me know. Just engage with me. Engage. I need engagement. But yeah, it's all love, my love. It's all love. Hope to see you in my next one. Tula. Bye, old twos. If you chose this pink, pretty, white, orange, yellow scrunchie, this is going to be your leading. And we are doing what is something that you do not get enough credit for until today. Of course, decided we take a little break from the love side of things. Sometimes we just need a little pick-me-up for ourselves. Shit, sometimes we need a big pick-me-up. It's Friday too, so I might go get a drink today. I'm lying. I am lying because I'm not going no damn where. But anyway, so yeah, we're doing something you do not get enough credit for. Don't think too hard about any one thing, and try not to think about anyone, as this is a reading just for you. So just woosah. And if you do like this reading, please go ahead and leave a like and a comment. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Everybody is welcome. Everybody. Oops. Oh, I did say this in my the first, but I'll say it in this one too. I noticed that when I would be editing, I noticed that I be like slamming these damn cards down. I don't know why I do that. But I started to notice that, so I just kind of want to apologize to everybody in y'all ears. Because, Jesus, like the amount of times that I just would slam these cards down. I am so sorry. I'll fix it to y'all. Because that is just, Lord. That is low-key abuse. Jesus Christ. And then I don't tell y'all to like turn down your volume either. I'm sorry. If it got you sometimes, I'm so sorry. I have no idea. But I know now. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to stop doing that. And if I do it in a reading, just be like, yo, that's slapping. You forgetting. But yeah, so what is something that my pal-tos don't get enough credit for? Let's see what we get for you. See? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Last one. Because, Jesus, forgot that damn fast. Alright, so we're going to be choosing 3 cards. And let's see what you don't get enough credit for, my loves. First card we have is the 2 of Materials, which is the 2 of Pentacles. Second card we have is the 9 of Materials. Money, money, money. 2. Temperance. Back of the deck we have Queen of Materials. Ciao! Sorry. Let me I'm not gonna jump the gun. Let's put it all together. Hold up. The amount of work you put in, the amount of love you put in, the amount of just you that you put into things that you do. I feel like anything you do tends to grow, tends to evolve. It just gets better. What I'm gonna end up doing is, because I did it for the first pile, or I didn't really do it for the first pile, it kind of just happened. In the beginning, this is something that you don't get enough credit for, but with pile 1, and I'm kind of getting a vibe here as well, it leaned more to something that you don't give yourself enough credit for. So, and that's kind of what I'm getting here as well. So with something that you don't get enough credit for, something that you actually don't give yourself enough credit for, is your ability to make things evolve, your ability to make things grow, your ability to... I have a feeling that you're probably one of those people that people invite places a lot. Like you are just automatically on the list. Whether it's a wedding, a party, a dinner, like you're there. And even if you're not there, they want you there. Like, I feel like you have this... Your vibe is very... Like, your vibe, it's never the same, but it's the same, if that makes sense. Because it's like you kind of grow with the times. Is what I'm getting from you. You just grow with it. Like, it's very easy. I feel like you're the type of person, like, no matter what, you're probably like, you're able to know something is going to become a trend before it actually becomes a trend. And I mean that in every area, whether that's with the way you look, the way you should handle a business, the way that should you exercise, I don't know, but it's like you kind of just know things before it actually becomes things. You know, like you'll probably be one of those people, like you'll invest in something, some type of stock, right? And people will probably look at you like, why the hell is you doing that? And you'd be like, because I want to. You don't really have a reason for doing it, you just do it, and then it pops, and now everybody trying to jump on that. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't give yourself enough credit for, it's like the inner knowing that you have. Like, you're able to kind of just see things before it becomes things. And that way you're able to kind of build on it, and you'll be able to get like some type of profit from it because you knew about it before anybody else did. Whether it was the idea, whether it was the item, whether it was the business, whatever it was, you just kind of knew. But I feel like at the same time, you don't give yourself enough credit for the amount of work that you do put in. It's like, I feel like you may put it on, oh, I'm just blessed. And you could very well be just blessed. But I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit within like the work that you put in, that I think you don't look at as actual work. Because to you, it may just be a certain way of life that you live. Like, you may wake up every day and watch news, or you may wake up every day and watch something that normal people or ordinary, or like people your age wouldn't necessarily watch, or they wouldn't necessarily pay attention to. You go to a website and see things, and like, it's like you look up things differently. Your mind works differently from the people in your age group as of like right now. And I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit for that. Like, you might be like, oh, I'm just like a geek or like a nerd, or, you know, like, I feel like you kind of downplay the actual work that you put in. Because it's not like you just going to these websites and just like, or it's not like you just picking up Instagram and just like scrolling and just like, no, like, you actually doing some shit. Like, you could be making money on Instagram, you could be having a business that you building on Instagram. Like, it's like you do things differently, but you make it seem like everybody is doing it. Or it's like you make it seem like, oh, I mean, anybody could do it. No, they can't. Because if they could, then they would. And they don't. Because they can't. You don't give yourself enough credit for the things that you do, for the work that you actually put in. I think you downplay that a lot. I think you downplay it. You downplay your ability to actually make things better. I feel like you think that everybody could do that, and they can't. Because if they could, they would. But sometimes some people just don't want to. So there is that. But scratch that, what I just said. If they could, they would. You know the reason why I think you do it? Is this Temperance card. You do that because I think you could have been somebody who didn't necessarily grow up with, you know, a silver spoon in your mouth. No, I'm not saying that you were poor, but you could have been, you know, or like you just didn't grow up with a lot of money, right? You may not be like the richest person in the world, but you're comfortable, and you know that you're comfortable. But I feel like you may see yourself in, it's like you it's weird. It's like you downplay it so much that you don't really try to enjoy it. Like, you may save a lot of money, which is good. Very good. But I'm saying, like, I don't think you enjoy it. I think you have it to enjoy. And I think you know the difference between not having it and having it. But I feel like you have this feeling of lack. Like, that was weird. That kind of just changed. It's like, it's a balancing thing that you do. But you don't give yourself like credit. Like, it's like you don't credit yourself, or it's like you don't really splurge on yourself, or it's like you may splurge on other people. And that's like a way to you of like evening it, or like, with the sun. I don't think you enjoy the money. It's like I don't think you enjoy it. But it's like you make other people enjoy it, if that makes sense. It's like, hold on. God damn it. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna use my Work Your Light Oracle deck, because it's like you don't enjoy it. It's like it's that's the vibe I'm getting. And you may be looking at these cards like, what the fuck you talking about? But it was a shift in energy just now. It was a shift. It was a shift that I just got, and I'm trying to see what that is, because that was definitely a shift. It's like you don't like you because it's with this temperance right here. It's like I feel like other people enjoy I don't think you splurge on yourself. I feel like you splurge on other people. Because on this side, it's like, this is you. And this is like how you're being seen. With the Queen of Materials, the Sun, and the Devil. So it's like, people see you as like nurturing and generous and fun to be around, good to be around. But it's like, I don't get a vibe of like, let me just get one card and close this out, because that was a shift. That was a shift. Last one. Where are you being called to journey to? It's like you don't, I feel like you don't. Do you? This probably ain't gonna be for everybody. But it's like, I'm getting a vibe of like, you doing things for others, like, but you do it kind of like the detriment to yourself, or it's like, it's not even the detriment to yourself because you're still prospering and still good, but it's like, I think you don't see the detriment that you're calling to yourself, if that makes sense, with the generosity that you're kind of, it's like you're too giving. It's like, I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit to be mean or stingy. It's like, because you have it, you give it. It's like you don't give yourself enough credit to just be no, just say no, like just no. And then at the back of the fucking deck, Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit to just say no to people. I feel like because you have it, you just give it. And people love that. But it's not gonna end good. And I think you need to start being able to just be like, no. No. If they ask why, I don't have answers for that. It's above me now. So just say no. And they ask why, it's above me now. You go ask God. I don't know. This is what God, this is just it. I feel like you're on the cusp of being taken advantage of, if not already. And I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit to be like, just because you may have grown up in the same certain area with somebody and they didn't really necessarily make it out the way you did, or they may have not had the opportunities that you did. Fuck all that. You need to learn to say no. You don't give yourself enough credit to say no. Just because you know somebody from a certain part of your life or whatever does not mean, because you now have it and they don't, that you're supposed to give it to them. They have to go and get it themselves. And if you give them good advice and they make it, but then somehow they fuck it up themselves, that's on them. That's on them. I feel like you're too giving. I feel like you're too giving. You don't give yourself enough credit to say no. You don't give yourself enough credit to say no. Because there was a shift, and I was like, because something happened, and I'm like, hold up, wait. And it's out of, it's like, because you know what it's like. And now that you made it on the other side, you're helping people make it there. And they could be fucking themselves. But that's not for you to go and take care of them. You did your part. You helped them. That's what that shift was. You don't know when to say no. Or just be like, even if you say no and they act like, oh my God, fuck no. Sometimes you really have to be like that with people. Seriously. You really do. You really do. How can you mother yourself? Like, I mean, you don't give yourself enough credit to say no. And if they ask why, it's above me now. Simple as that. And walk the hell off. Mic drop. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off there for you. So sorry that this took a turn, but child, I had to figure out what the hell that was. Because I did not like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But yeah, if you did catch what I was saying and you like, yep, girl, I know what you're talking about, hit that like or leave a comment. Even if you didn't like it and you just like, girl, what the hell was that? Leave a dislike. They do help me too. Or if you had a different view, you can leave that in the comments as well. But yeah, it's all love. It's all love. Hope to see you in the next one. Toodaloo.